Welcome to the Managing Drought in the Southern Plains webinar series. I'm Margaret Boone, Program Manager of the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program, with your briefing for Thursday, March 13th, 2014. This information is brought to you by the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program in association with NOAA, NIDIS, and the National Drought Mitigation Center. So what has changed over the past week? Oklahoma is officially 100% in drought conditions, with a significant increase in D1 moderate drought conditions. North Central Texas has seen expansion of the D2 severe drought conditions with an introduction of D3 extreme conditions near the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area. Over the next 5 days, there are precipitation chances across central Oklahoma and Texas with heavier amounts eastward into the Gulf Coast region and southeast United States. And lastly, I wanted to discuss the haboob that happened in West Texas on Tuesday evening. This is the newest drought monitor released Thursday, March 13th. It is mostly unchanged from last week, except for some more notable changes that I mentioned in Oklahoma and Texas, which I'll highlight next. Zooming into Oklahoma, in comparison to last week, we can see all of Oklahoma is now considered abnormally dry, which is D0. Much of central, northern, and parts of northeastern Oklahoma are now considered in moderate or D1 conditions. There's also been an expansion of D4 exceptional drought across far southwest Oklahoma. Doing the same with Texas in comparison to last week, we can see the expansion of the D2 severe drought conditions and introduction of the extreme D3 conditions in north central Texas. There is also a reduction of some of the D0 and D1 conditions in far south Texas along the Rio Grande. Rainfall departures over the last 14 days show the rainfall across the west coast and in the region of drought reduction in South Texas. Elsewhere, the larger precipitation deficits are more apparent at the 60-day time scale, the last 6 months, and then the water year to date. The 5-day outlook shows the possibility of precipitation across parts of the Southern Plains, especially Oklahoma, Texas, and points eastward over the upcoming weekend. Temperatures are expected to be above normal for the next 5 days across much of the West, with pretty significant below normal temps across parts of the Great Lakes and Northeast, where departures could be 9 to 12 degrees below normal. The 8 to 14-day outlooks, valid Friday, March 21st to Thursday, March 27th, indicate below normal temperatures are expected across the northern tier of states and a small area right along the Gulf Coast, with above normal temperatures expected across the far southwest and far southeast. From Oklahoma and Texas northeastward, there is potential for above normal precipitation, along with parts of the Intermountain West. Areas of New Mexico, far west Texas, and southeast Arizona could see below normal precipitation. The CPC 3-month outlooks remain the same as last week. Equal chance of above or below normal precipitation conditions prevail across much of the United States, with the exception of below normal precipitation possible across California and the Gulf Coast, and above normal precipitation possible across a small portion of the Tennessee Valley. The majority of the West Coast and South could see above normal temperatures, with below normal temperatures possible across the Great Lakes. Now I want to tell you about the haboob that went through portions of West Texas around Lubbock and areas of New Mexico on Tuesday evening. The word haboob originated in northern Africa, where events like this are frequent. Meaning a strong wind, sand, and/or dust storm, the word applies anywhere these events happen. With the strong cold front that pushed through the region on Tuesday afternoon and evening, and the lingering long-term effects of drought in the region, the ingredients were there for this phenomenon. The top image, taken by Ryan Scott and shown by the National Weather Service office in Amarillo, shows what the dust storm looked like from the air. And then the bottom image is visible satellite imagery. The red line has been drawn to illustrate the frontal position, and you can see all the dust behind it, even on the satellite image. And this is pretty fascinating. The monthly drought outlook is the same as last week, issued February 28th and valid for the month of March, shows mainly persistence across much of the drought-stricken areas, with a few places along the West Coast possibly seeing minimal improvement. As always, please join us for these briefings and full topic webinars. For more information, please visit our SCIP website, southernclimate.org, to register for more information if you haven't already. These briefings will be posted to the SCIP YouTube channel as well as our website. Please like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at skip_RISA for more information. We thank you for joining us and have a great week.